The government has expressed real concerns the koalas could soon be classified as endangered in the wake of the bushfire crisis. More than 1 billion animals are thought to have perished since the bushfire season began, prompting $50 million in federal funding. Sky News reporter Eliza Edwards has more.
A dose of medicine to heal injured wildlife, as the government finds the latest news poll is a tough pill to swallow.
There is a part of taking your medicine, we understand clearly. Under
fire over his handling of the bushfire disaster, Scott Morrison's personal popularity has taken a dive, down 8 points to 37%. With Anthony Albanese now the nation's preferred Prime Minister for the first time, leading 43 to 39. The government also slipping behind in the two-party preferred stakes for the first time since the election. Labor in front 51 to 49% after gaining 3%.
Well, we've heard the message loud and clear from the Australian people.
Right now, we've got a Prime Minister who is doing everything he can to avoid responsibility for his failures.
But Labor isn't taking much stock from the numbers. This is only one news poll 2 years out from the next election. The government is hoping it can ride out the wave of anger and use a suite of new measures to turn things around, including $50 million for animals devastated by the bushfires. Fears more than 1 billion have been killed this fire season, with wildlife hospitals inundated with the injured, and concerns koalas could be formally listed as endangered as a result of the crisis.
Given the extraordinary hit, as we've described it, on the koala population.
Despite the government turning up to the koala hospital for its announcement, the centre isn't guaranteed a slice of the funding.
But there wasn't any distinct or definite contribution to us as an organisation, no.
The ecological impact of the fires, one issue to be examined by a royal commission, which will be formally announced in the coming months. It'll also consider whether the federal government should have intervened sooner.
Now, when it comes to what such an inquiry would look at, obviously the relationships between the federal and state governments, the constitutional powers, the legal powers, the ability to call out the Australian Defence Force.
Issues the government continues to be questioned on.
The country's burning, climate change is resulting in unprecedented amounts of fires.
But is perhaps beginning to do a better job of explaining.
Wildlife protection, mental health support, small business support, support for developing firefighters. Thank you very much. Nice to have you.
Eliza Edwards, Sky News, Canberra.